Hi guys, Dale Malik here with Watch2Wear. Thank you for joining me today. It is Sunday, December 2nd, 2018. Now today's video is going to be on my state of collection. We're going to keep it as simple as possible. I'm going to try to be very pithy. Although that may be very difficult to do, I'm definitely going to give it a try. But before we get started with today's video, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of our website. That's right, it's our live website. It's the testing portion of it, but I really think you're going to get an excellent idea what we're trying to do. And I also wanted to apologize. I said this would be done a few months ago, but like anything, the programming took a little bit longer than I anticipated, plus I went beyond the scope of the project. And I did that for one simple reason: user experience. But without further ado, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So the first watch we have here is a 1951 Hamilton Dunham. Now this one has a case size of 26 millimeters, and lug to lug it comes in at 39 millimeters with a lug width at 18 millimeters. Now this one's operated by caliper 747 manual hand wound movement. It has a 14 karat gold plated case and a silver dial with Arabic numerals. It's absolutely beautiful. So the next watch is a watch from the 1950s. It's called the Volcano. So this watch is very special to me since it was given to me by my father and then was given to him by his father, my grandfather, obviously. It measures in at 34 millimeters. Lug to lug, we're right around 42 millimeters, and the lug width is at 18 millimeters. Now it's operated by a manual hand wound movement. It has a 14 karat gold plated case, and it has a beautiful gold dial. And as you can see, it has a date window at the 3 o'clock position and Arabic numerals at 12, 6, and 9. And it does have a signed crown. So the next watch we have here is a Bulova Accutron 214 Space View. Now this watch dates from 1966. It's operated by the electronic tuning fork technology. The case size is just under 35 millimeters. As you can see, it does not have a crown. You change the time from the case back. Now lug to lug, it comes in right around 42 millimeters, and the lug width is at 17 millimeters. And as you can see, it has a beautiful stainless steel case. It's just a lovely example of a space view. Okay guys, moving on, we have right here a Gruen Curvex from the 1940s. So this Curvex has a 24 millimeter case size. Lug to lug, it's right around 33 millimeters. The lug width is at 18 millimeters. It has what I would call a dual face. It's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, we have the Arabic numerals at 12, 3, somewhat hidden at the 6 o'clock position and at the 9 o'clock position. Okay, the next watch we got here is a Bulova from the 1940s. It's the L7. So the case size is right around 26 millimeters. Lug to lug, it comes in right around 39 millimeters. As you can see, the lugs are fairly long. The lug width is at 16 millimeters. It has a beautiful 14 karat gold plated case with a signed crown. Just another beautiful example of a vintage Bulova. Okay, the next watch we have here is a vintage Hamilton from the 1930s. So the case size on this Hamilton is quite thin at 21 millimeters, but the lug to lug is around 44 millimeters, so it's pretty tall. The lug width is quite small at 14 millimeters, very typical of a watch from that period. It has a very beautiful gold Art Deco dial and just a very nice original example from the 1930s. Okay, the next watch we have here is an Oris Miles Day Date. So this Oris Miles Day Date has a stainless steel case. The case size measures in at 31 millimeters. Lug to lug comes in right around 44 millimeters and has a very beautiful black Art Deco dial. Now it is powered by the ETA caliber 2688 automatic movement. And like many of the watches in my collection, we did an extensive review of this watch. With all of them, I will leave the link below. Next watch we have here is a Seiko V Actus from the 1970s. So this Seiko has a beautiful square stainless steel case that measures in at 34 millimeters. And lug to lug, it's just shy of 39 millimeters. It wears very well on a small wristed individual. Now the lug width is at 19 millimeters. It has a beautiful silver dial with a day-date complication. Just a great example from the 1970s. Now this is reference number W08887. Once again, we did a very nice review of this watch, and like all of them, I will leave the link below. So the next watch we have here is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual date. Now this Rolex is from the 1980s. It has a beautiful Oyster bracelet and case. The case size comes in at 34 millimeters, and lug to lug, we're right around 41 millimeters, with the lug width at 20 millimeters. Now this is reference number 15000. Now it's powered by Rolex's mechanical automatic movement 3035. Okay, moving on, we have the Omega Seamaster from the early 2000s. Now once again, we did a very extensive review on this watch. It's operated by Omega's caliber 1538 quartz movement, has a date window at the 3 o'clock position, rotating bezel. Now this is the mid-size version, comes in at 36 millimeters for the case size, lug to lug, right around 42, and it has a lug width at 18 millimeters. Now it does have the James Bond bracelet. This is reference number 2262.50. Okay, the next watch is the watch I am wearing, the Rolex Submariner. Now this Submariner is the Y serial number from the year 2002. It is reference number 14060M. The stainless steel case measures in at 40 millimeters, lug to lug, we're right around 47 millimeters, and the lug width is 20 millimeters. Now this is the no date 2-line version. It's powered by Rolex's caliber 3000 self-winding automatic movement. Now the next watch is a real treat for me. It was given to me by my father when he was still alive. It's a Benris electronic from the 1970s. Now as you can see, it has a beautiful barrel-shaped case, this gorgeous looking two-tone blue dial with a date window at the 3 o'clock position. The case size is at 38 millimeters, and lug to lug, although it is lugless, comes in right around 41 millimeters. Now this is operated by an electronic hybrid movement. Now the next watch we have here is my Breitling Navitimer from 1966. Now this Navitimer is reference number 806. It's actually my favorite watch in my collection. As you can see, I have the original box and manual. It measures in right around 41 millimeters, and lug to lug, it's at 48 millimeters. Now it has a lug width at 22 millimeters. Now this one's operated by the Venus 178 manual hand wound movement. Just an awesome movement. Now this one, like I said, dates back to 1966. Just a beautiful original example. Now the dial is a new old stock dial, and as you can see, I do have the old dial as well. Now we did a really nice video on this watch, and I will leave the link below. Okay guys, moving on now. We have the Dan Henry 1964 Gran Turismo Evil Panda dial. So the case size on this 1964 Gran Turismo is at 38 millimeters, and lug to lug is 44 millimeters. Just a beautiful micro brand watch. If you have a small wrist, I'll tell you what, it really is a nice watch, especially if you like those vintage watches from the 60s, a la Top Time or the Heuer Carrera. Now the Dan Henry brand is just an excellent micro brand, definitely with a vintage flair. Now this guy is operated by the Seiko Mecha Quartz movement. Okay, moving on. Right here we have a vintage chronograph from the 1960s. The brand is called Sheffield. So the case size comes in at 37 millimeters, and lug to lug comes in at 44 millimeters. Just a beautiful example from the 1960s chronograph. It's absolutely lovely. It has a lug width at 18 millimeters. Now this guy is operated by the Venus 188 manual hand wound movement. Just like I said, a very lovely example from the 1960s chronographs. Next watch we have here is the Omega Speedmaster, or better known as the Omega Speedy Reduced. So the Speedy Reduced case size is 39 millimeters, lug to lug, right around 44 millimeters, and the lug width is at 18 millimeters. Now this one is reference number 3510.50. Has an automatic movement that's based on the ETA 2890-A2 movement. This movement is also better known as Omega Caliber 3220. Just a beautiful watch. I really love it. We did a great video on it. Once again, I will leave the link below. Okay, the next watch we have here is the Autodromo Prototipo Vic Elford Limited Edition. Obviously 70s inspired. The case size is 42 millimeters, and lug to lug, although it is lugless, comes in at 48 millimeters. The lug width is 20 millimeters, and it's operated by a hybrid quartz movement. Now it is a limited edition watch. This is number 223 out of 224. Now, being a big Porsche guy, to me this watch is a definite keeper. Even though I barely wear the watch, I think I've worn it maybe a dozen times. And I'm going to have to tell you, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. Bradley Price did a wonderful job. In case you don't know, Bradley is the owner of Autodromo. Just a fantastic micro brand that's been making some beautiful vintage inspired watches for the past several years. And last but not least, we have the Tag Heuer Monaco Steve McQueen. Now this is from the mid-2000s. It is reference number CW2113-0, and it's operated by the Caliber 17 automatic movement. Now this one also can be fitted with the optional bracelet. The case size is at 38 millimeters, lug to lug, we're right around 46 millimeters, and the lug width comes in at 22 millimeters. Okay guys, here's our website. This is what the homepage will look like. Right now, if you access Watch2Wear.com, you're just going to go to our temporary page. This is obviously our testing site, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of a flair what the actual homepage is going to look like and show you a couple different things. So when you want to go sell your watch, it's real simple. You first of all have to create an account, and it's going to take you to this page right here. To just create an account, it's real simple, guys. The only thing you need is your username. This is going to be the name that your site, or excuse me, the name that it's going to be used and used on the website. You need an email address and a password, and that's about it. And once you create an account, it's going to take you to your welcome page. You have to create the account, so once you create the account from the beginning, you're going to have to give us a little bit more necessary information before you can start buying and selling watches. Now, it doesn't cost you a single penny to list your watch, and if you're a private individual, as you see, you're going to have a lot of different treats, and you're going to really love it. But this is going to be what we call your watch board. Here, you're going to have all your personal information, your buying, your selling, and your saved items. You're going to be able to have saved watches, saved searches. And one thing that I really love, are watch alerts. I don't want to get too much involved into that, but this is going to be your main dashboard, or as we call it, your watch board. Now, just to show you here, you're going to have your newly listed watches. I'm just going to throw some up here real quick. Now, we don't have pictures of the watches right now, just because for testing purposes, we want to make sure, and just for speed and accuracy, we didn't want to keep any photos up there. But one thing I want you to take note of is look for the shield. That's right, look for the shield. This is where the verification process is going to come into place, which I'm super excited about. And I really believe our verification process that we're going to introduce is going to be a game changer in this industry. But anyway, so for example, if you like a watch, you can just simply click on the watch right there, and from here you will be able to obviously place a bid on the watch. You can buy it now, or you can make an offer. There's going to be a combination of all of the above. But when you list the watch, you'll be able to kind of like define how you want to sew your watch. But anyway, this is just a quick little overview of this watch. It's real simple to save a watch. You can add it to your watch list by doing something just as simple as that. Right here, you're going to have all the details on the watches. Obviously, right here, if you click this, you're going to see the photos. But like I said, we don't have any photos up right now. Right here's a key, watch authenticity. I'm going to kind of pass by it just so you can get an idea. I don't want to show you too much about it, but just another little sneak preview that we're going to be doing. There's a watch, oh boy, verification. I'm going to kind of move by it really quick. But the one thing I love is you're going to be able to post videos of the watch too, which is super, super cool. It's going to have similar watches here down at the bottom too. But anyway, just a very cool thing of doing here. But anyway, right here, this is how you're going to sell your watch. So you're going to go into this form right here. It's pretty extensive, but we're going to do that for a reason. The reason why we're doing an extensive posting of the watch, it's real simple. The more information that you put in it, the better user experience that you are going to have. Okay? So it's going to have its own message form too. When you buy a watch, you're going to have all your bids and offers, your bids and offers. So right here we got a little test thing going on. As you can see, this is where you're going to be able to manage all your bids and offers. These are watches that you're going to try to be buying right now. So I'm very excited about it. It's got some really cool, simple programming things, how you can open up your filters just like that. Obviously, with the more things that you're going to be buying and stuff, you're going to really love it. One thing that I really love here is our history. Okay, now this user in particular doesn't have any history, but you're going to be able to keep track of what you bought and sold and what you didn't win, quite frankly, which is going to be super cool. But anyway, I'm going to log back out and go back to the home page here. And but that was just a really quick thing that we're going to be doing. You can see down there at the bottom, you'll be able to see how it works. We got a whole different thing. It's going to explain to you how everything works on the website. Up here, a very extensive FAQ that will answer everything you need to know when buying questions you may have and selling questions. So the site was very well thought out. I put a lot of time into this project. Frankly, it's been about a year, but like I said, I went beyond the scope of the original project. I did that for a reason. I wanted to make it a better user experience for you guys, and that's what it's all about. It's about user experience, and I want to make sure that our first impression is definitely the best impression. But anyway, more to come very soon here. I'm super excited, and things are going to get running here really quickly. But anyway, just a quick overview and just a quick snapshot of the website. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my collection. I really do not sell a lot of watches. I'm always changing it though, because I am buying a lot of different things here and there from eBay or from the different forums. But I probably will be selling a few watches once we get the website all wrapped up here. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope you also enjoyed the little sneak preview of the website. And like I said, I'm very excited. Please let me know your thoughts and comments. Leave them below. And if you like this video, please make sure and give us a thumbs up. And make sure and check us out on Facebook and on Instagram. And in closing, make sure that you always have a watch to wear.